Hello and welcome to the show. I'm Eric Murphy.
I'm V La Bianca.
This is Skeptic Generation.
And we need to talk.
Hey V, how's it going?
It's been a long week.
It's been a really, really long week. So we have been super, super busy, and I think we owe it to them to tell them kind of a bit about what's been going on and what we've been up to. So we got the keys to the place that we're going to be renting together finally on Monday. And
so exciting.
Yeah, and we were planning on moving in this weekend. But there are a couple of issues.
Cockroaches and mismatched light bulbs.
In all of the rooms.
And every wall was a different color, just slightly. So you
Yeah, but you can't really tell in the daylight when you're walking through.
Yeah.
And so we needed to change all the light bulbs in the house. And we're just busy all day painting. I'm so sore.
Yeah. It was very difficult to get out of bed this morning.
Yeah. So with that said, we can use this studio for one more week. This was supposed to be our goodbye episode to this space. We're going to try and be in here one more week while we paint and everything else and get everything else moved in throughout the week. And then next week, we were going to plan on doing it today, but next week, hopefully everything should be moved in, and then we're going to do our last episode and pack this studio up.
Yeah.
And at least have a week to get set up in the new place.
Yeah.
So, that was really, really intense. Let's see, what else? Well, we got monetized.
We did get monetized. We have at this point, almost $20 for a whole month of content.
Yeah, for YouTube AdSense, which is not bad for just getting monetized. We actually got monetized before we got our custom URL, by the way. We got our custom URL.
Yes, so now you can go to youtube.com/skepticgeneration and find us.
Which is way easier than the huge string of characters and the tiny.cc link we had, which was really, really nice. None of which would have happened if it wasn't for all of you. We put out the call saying, hey, we are so close, and people just put on the playlist and kept things running.
Amazing.
And it got us over the hump, and we are so, so grateful. So for all of you, thank you so much. It was so nice. And then on top of that, we realized that there were a whole bunch of things now that we're going to be setting up in a different place and not borrowing things. There are things that we just needed that we didn't like this chair is not ours. And we popped an exact replica of this chair on Amazon, and someone was kind enough to pick one up.
Shout out to Al.
Yes.
Struggling with that, that was an adventure.
It was.
That was an adventure, but he stuck through it.
Yeah. On top of that, trying to organize. So we've been busy every single day, all the way up until when videos go live. So last week, we put out 2 videos almost every day so that we can get all the calls out. Mm-hmm. And we've been busy all the way up until the wire, getting thumbnails done and everything else so that they can get out on time every single day. And we're doing our absolute best. To that end, I wasn't able to get the outro updated.
So essentially, if you're wondering, is my name going to show up on the outro if I pledged on Patreon this last week? What we're going to end up doing is buy some automated software that allows us to update it without having to manually sit down every week, because at a certain point, that becomes kind of untenable. So for right now, what we're doing is...
And the software is very limited. We're just lucky that we were able to ask Thomas, and Thomas had access to and knows how we can get that kind of software to be able to integrate. But go ahead, sorry.
So essentially what we're going to be doing is every month, for right now, we're going to be updating the outro. So if you pledge during the month of June, then in July, you will start seeing your name in those outros. And that's just a temporary thing while we get everything else set up. And once everything calms down, we'll be able to make sure that that gets updated weekly. Yes,
please be patient with us. We are trying our absolute best. We're burning the candle at both ends. And we're just grateful for the help that we're getting. And special thanks to our mods, our incredible just volunteer crew who's doing amazing. Thank you all so much. So... any other big announcements?
Well, bear with us this week because we are playing around with super chats for the first time ever.
We can do super chats.
We can do super chats, and I love this function. I utilize super chats all the time with other people. I was super excited to be able to get that for this show. We're not exactly sure how we're going to do it yet. Depends on the pace of the show, if we have many callers, like how we're going to integrate that. So be patient if it's a little bit wonky at first. We have somebody cataloging all of them.
Until we figure out how it all works.
Yeah.
We're doing our best, but we do see the super chats, and we want to try and give you shouts maybe towards the end of the episode if we've got the opportunity. We're gonna figure out a way that we can.
Hey, maybe
thank
2/3 of the way through the episode.
2/3 of the way through the episode, we're going to read your super chats. No, but what if people want to send a super chat afterward? Then there might be SOL.
That's a good question.
Yeah, we'll have to figure it out. Anyway.
Yep.
Okay, let's get to our regular announcements because we're going a little long. I'm sorry. I'm supposed to be hosting. V is on controls and doing all of the tech stuff today. So let me keep us moving through. We still have merch. So if you haven't checked out our merch store, do you want to check out our merch store?
Absolutely.
We've got all this cool stuff available on Redbubble.
Look at that.
Link is in the description to the show, or people can go to tiny.cc/sgmerch, where also they can find the Book of Eric. People have been tweeting and posting on Facebook that they've been receiving the Book of Eric, and it is so cool. It is so cool. And just remember, if you get a Book of Eric and you get the chance to see us at an event, we would love to sign them.
Absolutely.
That would be so cool.
Oh, that would be really cool.
Yeah.
Nice. Maybe write a passage from the Book of Eric in it.
Okay, now I have homework.
Yeah.
That's okay.
What are you kidding? You always have homework.
I always have homework.
All right. Let's shout out the flyer.
That's exactly where I was thinking. Yep.
Nice.
So we are continuing the flyer event. I know it's not showing up on that part, but it will. Let's shout out the flyer event for people who... I'm sorry. Thank you to Dougie1710. Dougie1710 is the winner of, well, not the winner. We picked our favorite, picture that went to us. And V, could you describe that actually? I think we got disconnected from Call-In Studio, so I might need to fix that.
Okay, sounds good. So essentially, what we've been doing is we have been making sure that every week we pick our favorite or a favorite, because there were some awesome ones sent in this week. But Dougie kind of came in clutch towards the end there and really impressed us. I think that's St. Mary's Cathedral. So hopefully some people on their way to service can get that all get on the line. Get on the line with us, because we do have open lines.
Thank you for calling Call-In Studios host and call screener line.
You might want to
please enter your show or meeting number and press pound.
Yeah. Give me just a second. Experiencing technical difficulties for the second week in a row. But now we know how to fix it. Hold on just a second.
All right.
Sorry, everybody. Sorry.
That was an invalid number.
Oh, kiss my butt.
Please re-enter your show or meeting number.
Okay. V, would you tell people about how to support us and how they can enter the flyer contest?
Can you put that on that end there so I can play around with this? All right, you guys. So if you would like to join in this flyer campaign with us, you have about 2 weeks left. We're ending this at the end of June. But everybody who sends in a flyer picture that we like best per week will get a free shirt from us, signed if you would like it. In order to enter this campaign, just go to skepticgeneration.com/launch and make sure.
Thank you for calling Call-In Studios host and call screener line.
So many things in my ear all at once. And take a picture of the flyer after you print it out, put it somewhere cool like St. Mary's Cathedral, and shoot us a picture at Skeptic Show on Twitter using the hashtag SGFlyer, and we will be able to pick our favorites for the next 2 weeks. So make sure you get in on that if you can, if you got a printer. I know apparently like millennials don't have printers, which is weird. I'm vamping at this point about
I sincerely appreciate it.
Not as fun as last week.
No, but I think we're back in. In the meantime, there are ways to support us, and people have been, and we really, really appreciate it. If you want to help us, essentially, we're going to be building a whole new studio, and then we want to be able to get somebody to help us produce because
that would be helpful.
This could be happening on the back end if there were a producer that was not also in front of the screen. You can go to tiny.cc/donate to SG if you want to hop on Patreon, toss us a buck an episode, or that would be a huge help. If you're like, holy crap, their gear is driving me nuts, we do have gear on an Amazon wish list that we're buying from, but if you want to help us get there faster, you can go to tiny.cc/SG wish list.
We also have Amazon gift cards as an option now. So if you're feeling like I do when I look at that wish list, it's just like, I don't know what any of this stuff is. If I get this thing, is that going to help with anything over here?
Yeah, or oh my gosh, that thing's like quite a bit of money. I can toss a couple bucks, and you don't want to do Patreon.
Yeah.
People asked if they could do those Amazon gift cards, so I added a thing of them. So hopefully people can do that if they want to.
Perfect. Absolutely.